There's your cue.
Well, it looks like we have a whopping 2 AGs on. I think we only had one last time.
Yeah. Well, okay, you got 100% increase. That's great.
Yeah, it's folks do tend to tune in for the president's meeting, and they skip the AG part, I guess, because they don't want to be on here for an hour and a half. But
Well, last time something went wrong, and I couldn't get in at 5:30.
Yeah,
and so
there was a problem with the link last time. So yeah, I know. Hopefully, folks aren't having a problem with the link. I don't have a problem with this link at all. It works quite well.
Yeah, it worked this time. Yeah.
Well, in what I wanted to talk about tonight, of course, we're rapidly concluding this year with 2 months left. And the big thing out there on the horizon for me, anyway, is the district conference. Of course, we've got the convention coming up also, but the district conference, it just kind of amazes me. And we put on a really, really intensive show for district conference, and for a district conference that we're going to entertain 250 people. I would not think that it would be the labor that it is, but there are so many people doing so much for the district conference. I didn't have a clue, to be honest with you, that this much went into planning a district conference. And you start planning it a year out, and it just month after month, as you get closer, the load just increases tremendously. So got a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of stuff for the district conference right now. I think we're going to have a good one. We have a good number of folks signed up. Last week, about a week ago, we were at 209 for Saturday, 210 for Saturday evening for the gala event. So virtually the same. And then we got over 200 for Sunday brunch. So our numbers are pretty good. We wanted to cut off at 250, so we still got room. And that's what I'll talk to the presidents about, that, if you got some that didn't sign up yet, we still got room to bring them in. Whether or not the hotel rate is going to be available, it's all subject. Well, the hotel was good enough to go ahead and grant us that 169 if they don't sell the rest of the room. So it's subject to availability at the 169 rate. But man, what a great rate for what I think is a pretty good hotel. But I live pretty simply, so I don't need a 5-star resort. I mean, the Grand Naniloa is good enough for me. But anyway, we're doing the president's reception at 3:45 on Saturday. And of course, what that means for the AGs is to make sure that you get your presidents there at 3:45 and they don't all wander off doing something else, or they're at the bar, or they've already changed and they're at the pool and having a great time. We want them to have a great time, but we really do want the presidents there at 3:45 on Saturday. Now, what we've done a little bit different this year in order to save a little bit of money and time and effort is we're going to in the same room at 4:15 bring in the PEs. So for some of the Hanaho AGs, your AGs or your PEs will come in at 4:15, half an hour after we initially kick things off. I've been pushing the information out, and I hate to kill people with email, but I may be doing that. But I did send out a couple of reminders for the AGs to make sure you gather the trading banners for all your clubs. And if your clubs need help, they don't have a trading banner, and they want to. The best way to do it is to go to Russell Hampton and kind of design up your own. If not, Mark is agreed to do these cloth banners for $2 a piece. So you kind of got your option there. The best route is, like I said, is just to buy in bulk from Russell Hampton. They have a ton of different backgrounds and stuff that you can choose from. And then you just insert your club name on it, and then they ship you the banners. We're getting close enough. I don't know if a club, if they wanted a banner, would be able to get it back from Russell Hampton by the time the conference kicks off on the 19th. But that's the way that most clubs go to get their banners. So Celebration of Life is another one that is real important. We just weren't getting the names, or Joanne wasn't getting the names, and that's who is collecting all the names for. And of course, that's any of our Rotarian friends that have passed over the last year. Make sure you get those names to Joanne so she can get it published accordingly. And also a big reminder, switching onto a different subject than the district conference. The final grant reports are due no later than May 31st. So obviously, that's 30 days from now that the grant reports are due in. And if you got clubs that are not using their funds, please let us know and return it to the district as soon as possible so we can repurpose those funds and we don't end up losing them. Funds need to be used this year. Kind of goes without saying. They can't carry over. Some presidents are thinking that, well, they don't use it, they can just carry it over, but you cannot. You use it this year or you lose it, just like the federal government on budgeting. And if they're changing the purpose of the money, they can do that, but they need to revise their grant application and send it in for approval. The 2023 allocation spreadsheet is now on the district website. Just go to the district website and it's right there. And it'll give you what the 2023-2024 allocation is for the grants, for the DDF. And the grant applications for next year are due June 15th. And the applications will be posted on the website here shortly. What else I got just for the AG? I don't want to go over the exact same stuff that I'm going to go over with the president, so I don't inundate you with the same stuff over and over. If you have clubs that want, a display at the House of French's table, using poster board to highlight, their projects and stuff for the year. But I think I'd have to do a double check. There may be some room at the House of French tables, but for the most part, I think that they're all occupied already or set aside. Oh, and it's very, very important that all the AGs know, who from their clubs are going to be attending. So if you have an AG that is, or a president that's not going to be there, then who's going to represent the club? Is that going to be the PE, if there's a PE there, or is it going to be the AG that's going to have to represent that club? We have very, very few clubs that don't have anybody there, so the AG will have to stand in for that president during the president introductions and stuff. And just so everyone's aware, and I'll talk about this again with the presidents. We're gonna kind of do a hoopla, as the presidents come into the room and we introduce them, which kind of kicks off the event on Saturday. Kind of like we did at Pets. We're gonna have lays and pom poms and Hawaii Five-0 music. we're just wanting to get the energy up in the room, for the district conference and stuff. Have a little bit of fun with it, and then go right into the district conference. So with that,
Randy, the trading banners, to send to Lori, is that also due May 5th?
Yeah, I don't think Lori wants the trading banner. She keeps telling everybody to send them to me, and that's not where it's sent to me. The Bev Hikes is the logistics chair, and she should be receiving them. But if you send them to me, that's fine. What goes to Lori is she's looking for an action shot. She's putting together a PowerPoint presentation to represent the clubs. They call that, initially they called it a digital banner, but it's really not a digital banner because all the clubs should be sending in their physical banners. What she's going to do is to take that action shot that represents the club. So
yeah, I saw that was due May 5th, right? And then she's going to ask each president.
Yeah.
So the physical banner, you want the AGs to send to you?
Yes. Well, you can send it to me. The way that it was supposed to go was to send it to Bev Hikes, but Lori put it out to everybody for whatever reason to send them to me. So it doesn't matter if it went to Bev Hikes, it went to Jen, or went to me. It doesn't really matter. Well, if you just send it in, and I'll be on Maui on Friday. So if you don't want to send them, because Maui Club has the Polish Rotarians that are coming in and they're having their Cinco de Mayo that night and stuff. So I'm more than happy to take, the banners back with me at that time if you don't want to send them. So, which is more than fine. So.
Okay, thank you.
But good question, Mariko, because there always seems to be confusion on what we're calling the banners and where to send them. It doesn't really matter. If you send them to me, that's fine. I've got Nestorio gave me his the other day. So I got all my stuff in the one room that goes to the district conference, to include that big honking golf trophy that I'm gonna make sure that Benson's brother Doug gets that thing before, and he doesn't try and leave it with me. It goes back with Mark, so Doug doesn't have to feel like he has to keep it, but it's Doug's trophy. So what are the questions about the district conference or the last 60 days that we're pushing very, very hard and fast on, as any of you have?
I have a question.
Sure. Thanks, Ted.
Since my colleagues from Kauai are challenged to get to these meetings sometimes, is there a way we could get a list of who is registered in case I need to go twist some arms?
Oh, sure. I can. I can. Naomi's got it broke down by club, so I can get that to you. Not a problem.
Okay, thanks.
Just by club, or does she have it done by?
I know.
Yeah, she has it by club. She's got it by president. She's got it by AG. She's got it broken down in about any way that
That's our
you want to look at it.
That's our Naomi.
So yeah, and if anybody else needs that, just drop me a note and I'll send that.
Randy, when you have the meeting in 10 minutes and with the presidents, it may be useful to show that schedule of those 2 days, well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is in the district website, but many people may not have seen it yet.
Do you have that, Benson?
The schedule,
Yeah.
Yeah, of the district conference.
I don't have the schedule for the entire thing. I have
No,
the,
it's on the website.
Oh, okay. You want me to
So
pull
that,
that?
people know when the president, as you mentioned, 3:45 president's reception and all that is written there.
Okay. So we need to, what it sounds like, then we need to start driving people towards the website, right? I mean, if they want to see the agenda for the conference.
Yeah. And I can send it to you real quick if you want to show it on the screen tonight. I think that's what Mariko was suggesting.
I can show it to you right now if you can just is screen share now, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's right now, this one. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is in the website. I mean, district website. Somebody must have put it.
Yeah.
So, so Friday, Saturday. So where does the Hawaii 5.0 entry happen? It's this general.
Yeah,
at the
general
beginning
session
of this
one.
general session.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's
and then
the beginning of general session one.
So 3:45 president's reception, 3:15. I'm sorry, 4:15. PE reception and so on and so on. So it's right here. So that might be helpful, for presidents to know.
I think I got.
Mariko, Randy, just this is Conrad. Just one word of caution. There are some updates that need to be made. I put this schedule on the website. The room locations might change. So, for example, I think there's some places says to be determined, or it says oceanfront suite, but that has changed. So just be aware of that.
That's a good point, Conrad. Because we're doing the president and the PE reception in the one community room that we have down in Hula Hula's.
Correct. I think it changed to the Hula private room. Correct. Yeah.
Exactly.
But to Mariko's point, yeah, we should point people to the website so that they can have the most updated, as much as we can, make it updated schedule.
Any other questions about the conference? I think we're all we all going to the convention. I know many of us are going to the convention. I know Mariko's not. She was just in Australia not too long ago. But we, thanks to Ted's efforts and stuff, we really are rocking it as far as the number of people going. We've hit our quota, and we hit it really early on. And Ted has done so well that folks on Southwest Pets folks are asking Ted if he could get some more people signed up because they don't have enough people signed up. And how RI does that is they take a standard percentage and they just apply it against a district that, whether it's 10% or 5% or whatever that percent is, and that's how many people that you should have attending the district conference or the RI convention. So.
Yeah, and if you know others who are going to the convention, just double check with them that they have their visa done in the mobile app from Australia, and that they've signed up for our District 5000 dinner on Sunday evening, and that they've signed up for the Big West breakfast on Monday morning.
Hey, you know, that reminds me, I wanted to add to that Big West breakfast, and I sent off a note the other day to a gentleman that asked me to confirm my numbers, and I sent it off this past weekend. Said I wanted to increase my count from 2 to 4. And just an FYI, on a side note, some of the tours and stuff that RI was offering, they haven't gotten enough people to sign up. So some of those tours are going away. So it wasn't the same tours that were being offered 6 months ago are not the same today, because, and I've gotten 2 cancellations on tours that we signed up for. And it was all the Rotary International tours that were on the RI website. So just kind of a word of caution, but that's okay. You got to be flexible when you go to RI convention, and just have fun. Well, we got about 4 minutes before all the presidents come charging in. So if you need a refresher break, which I just got off an hour Zoom right before this one and jumped onto this one. That's why I was kind of scrambling. How it always works. It's supposed to be a half an hour meeting that turned into an hour meeting, and they were still meeting. And I got off of it. So, but all good. So I will be right back. Keep them entertained, Benson.
All right, man. We're rocking and rolling. Okay, we're gonna start getting people in the room here.
Come on, Benson. A version of May Day is Lay Day today. I mean, can't you sing that for us?
It's Lay Day in Hawaii. Flowers and garlands everywhere. So yeah, I was explaining to my cohorts on the main line is that, like, who calls a meeting on May Day? Because, we have this meeting every Monday at, 8 a.m. I'm like, what's the matter with you guys? Don't you guys know it's May Day over here? I mean, you're supposed to be down at your kid or your grandkid or your great-grandkid's school watching their May Day program.
That's right.
Yeah, so I just said, I don't know what I'm doing here. So, yeah, it's good. Yeah, I got good memories of that as a little kid, because we had the big plumeria tree in our yard, and so, man, day before May Day, everybody's just raiding it. So let's see. So got a quick update on our Marshallese water project. Want to thank John's group. I did a little meeting for them in Lahaina, and they sent over a check for $2,000. Thanks, John. And so right now we're up over like $50,000. So we're making the deal for the truck right now. The water containers, somebody from Delos Club in Kahului actually donated them, $2,000 worth of water containers. And then somebody also donated to us a 2-horsepower pump. So I think we're there. And so our hope is that we'll have the truck and Marshallese folks here on the opening night of the conference, and hopefully we can let it rip at that time. So yeah, I want to thank all you guys who promoted it in your club. I mean, we got checks for $25 to $10,000. It's crazy.
That is.
The power of Rotary, man. That's what you can do when a small group of committed people make a commitment to change the world. So that's great.
This is open fire on a metal dome.
Okay, there's Connie. Hi, Connie. Yeah, Connie's club really stepped up. I went and spoke there and just left the meeting with about $4,000 worth of checks. I mean, God, how easy was that?
You guys all chip in so Pahoa can pay our
$15
rent.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, no worries. We get them. We'll have a special fundraising for you guys.
I'm practicing my asking. Thank you.
Yeah, good. That's an important leadership trait. Is you gotta be a good asker.
Again, an F in that department.
Yeah, at least a suggester. Yeah. Okay, Randy, look at that, man. You leave the room and all these people show up. I mean, how about that?
Awesome. That's to be expected,
Yeah.
So,
no problem.
Well, we might as well kick things off, Vincent. It's 6:01, and we'll let others kind of jump in as they find the time to join us. Yeah.
Agency, fake model scouts. Where are the results of these kids?
Okay. Hang on a second. I gotta mute a few folks here. All right, I think we're all muted except me, so I'll mute me. So.
All right. Well, I appreciate the 27 folks that joined us here on what's got to be our next to last president's meeting before this year comes to an end and we start a new year. So I appreciate you all being here tonight, and we'll kick it off. We've got, we're going to run hard all the way to the end. So we got a full 2 months left. And right around the corner is our big event, obviously the district conference coming up on the 19th. So that's, got a ton of people that are working very, very hard. And I was sharing with the AGs earlier, I can't believe how much effort that goes into executing a district conference. I mean, it just kind of amazes me that, we got 250 people attending, and this much effort for a conference that in all reality is relatively small just amazes me. But it's the degree of dedication that people are putting into this conference that really makes these district conferences special. Not just mine, but all the ones in the past, that we've had. I tip my hat to all those folks doing all the planning, because I know some folks are working on the district conference several hours a day, every day, trying to get everything put together so everything comes off seamlessly. Right now, we got about 210 folks signed up for Saturday, both the breakfast, and general session 1, and then our gala event. We have 210 people signed up for that also, which is great. We got 207 people signed up for the Sunday brunch, which is awesome because a lot of times folks want to exit stage right on Sunday morning. So I really appreciate folks hanging in there and not popping smoke and heading out early for other. And I'm very, very much aware that many of the folks that are attending the district conference are turning around going to the RI convention. So they hear Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday they're on a plane heading for the RI convention. So I really tip my hat to all those folks. And looking at the screen, I can see a bunch of folks that are on the screen that I know are going to both events. So I really, really appreciate your dedication. It's important that that everybody knows that even though we're up around 210 plus on our folks that are signed up. We still have room. Our cutoff point was 250. So if you have any new members or members, period, that would like to go to the district conference, there's still room. And as of yesterday, even the cheap rooms were still available, but those are only available up to a certain point. And then they'll take away the 169 room rates because they're not guaranteed anymore. It's as of the 15th, I think it was what's available. If they were still available, they would still offer the 169. But as far as I know, the rooms are still available at 169. So folks can come and take advantage of that. It's very important that all the presidents and the AGs know exactly who they've got attending the conference, because when we introduce the presidents, there's got to be a club representative. So, and I know we have a few clubs where the president cannot attend. So, is the PE going to be there to represent the club, or does the AG have to represent the club if there is no one else there to represent the club? So, for things to come off seamlessly, we need to know, who's going to be representing the club. We assume the president represents the club, but if the president's not there, then who's representing the club? During and we'll do a big introduction on Saturday morning, like they always do, and the introducing the presidents. What we're going to do is we're going to take a page out of what we did at PETS last year, and we're going to enter the room from the backside of the room. All the presidents be lined up outside, and we'll come into the room with Hawaii Five-0 music playing, same as we did at PETS. We'll give out some leis, and there'll be some with pom poms or whatever, and obviously, what we want to do is get the energy in the room up, get your energy up in celebrating your accomplishments for the year. And that might be a bit of a challenge because Kanakapila is Friday night. And for those that overindulge, on Friday night, you may not have that energy level. So we're going to get the energy level up with some Hawaii Five-0 and giving some folks some leis and having a little bit of fun to kick things off. President's reception, is at 3:45. Important for everybody to know that the presidents and the AGs will be there at 3:45, and I'll do a reception for them, and that'll be at the Hula Hula's room. And before I go on, the tentative schedule, and it's 90% complete, is posted on the D5000 website. So if you haven't seen the tentative schedule, just log in and take a look at that at the schedule. It kind of runs down in general terms. It doesn't go minute by minute detail. It just gives you a general idea of what's happening when. And the president's reception, like I said, is at 3:45. In the same room, we'll bring the PEs in at 4:15. That way, Mark and I don't have to set up two different receptions for the group. So we'll bring in the PEs and the AGs that aren't Hanaho AGs. I know we have a number of Hanaho AGs. We'll bring them into the room at 4:15. Very, very important that all the clubs turn in their trading banner to their AG, so the AG can gather those and send them to myself or Bev Hikus, which is the logistics chair for the district conference. Or if you send it to Jen, if you send it one of the three, we'll get the trading banners. And what we're doing with the trading banners is in lieu of those big old vinyl banners that we used in the past that are really kind of dated, and it would cost us a fortune to ship those things over here. What we're going to do is use the trading banners and illustrate those around the room. Now, in conjunction with that, we're doing what was called a virtual trading banner, but it's not a virtual trading banner. It's just a virtual PowerPoint presentation. And what Lori is looking for is each one of the presidents to send to her one action photo that best represents your club. And then she'll put together a PowerPoint presentation that'll run in the House of Friendship on a continuing loop, representing all the clubs. And that fits so much with what I want to do as far as celebrating the presidents and your members during the district conference. So it just fits in very, very well with that. Celebration of Life is one of those items that we need the presidents and the AGs engaged on. We've gotten some of the information on, our Rotarian friends and family that have passed on during the year. But if you have anybody in your club that you're aware of, you will know. But we need to get those names to Joanne so Joanne can consolidate those names and we can recognize those folks during the district conference. Just a very, very important thing that we do at the district conference. And of course, Saturday morning, we have the polio walk for life. I don't know if I got that term exactly right, Roz. I know you and Conrad were refining that, this morning, which I thought was pretty awesome. But that's Saturday morning that will be. Okay, shifting gears a little bit. A reminder for all the presidents in the AGs, your final grant reports are due no later than May 31st. We need to make sure that we have 100% of all of our clubs that have sent their grant reports in by then. And for obvious reasons, we can't move forward with 2024 until we closed out 2023. So just very, very important that your grant reports are all turned in by May 31st. If you're in a club that's not going to use the funds, please let me know as soon as possible that you're not going to use the funds, and for whatever reason, that's okay. But we need to know right away so we can repurpose those funds and we don't lose those funds. So it's okay if something didn't pan out that you're going to use some of those DDF funds for. Just let me know, or if you don't think that you are, so we can be prepared to repurpose those funds and use 100% of those funds for our community and internationally. Reminder also that the funds have to be used this year. We don't carry over DDF at all, so you got to use 100% this year. If you don't use it, you lose it, and you back to ground zero. But along those lines, though, if you're changing the purpose of the money that you initially sent your grant in for, that's okay. You just need to revise the grant app and send it in for approval as soon as possible, so we can, again, all we need to do is just change the purpose of the funds, and that's okay. We know things that fall apart and don't happen, so we can do that. We just need for you to update your application. And the 2023-2024 allocation spreadsheet is now on the district website, so you can see what the clubs are going to be getting for next year. And speaking of next year, the grant application for next year is due June 15th. That's when the applications and the applications will be posted on the website here shortly, within the next few days. So you should be able to pull down those applications. Rotarians of Workday went very, very well. Got some excellent photos. Please do post your events on the D5000 website. I've seen a good number of them, and it really is impressive on what Rotary did, on the Rotarians at Workday. Whenever we look at it from what we did from around the state, just very, very impressive. And I just wanted to thank everybody, all the presidents and the AGs for their award submissions. Beth, that's chairing that this year for us, says, that we had a record number of submissions this year, which is absolutely awesome and totally what, I wanted to happen.
It was in Los Angeles, and she got second place in high jump in Junior Olympic Nationals.
Somebody got second place in high jump. That's pretty awesome. But, anyway, thank you all for the efforts on submitting the awards. I just think it's very, very important that we recognize our members for all the great things that they do. In the awards piece is the way that we do it. Just so everybody knows, PG is still in the works. We're working through that submission process. We will not. We were hoping to execute the project this year, but that's not going to happen. And we're, best case scenario is that it happens in the August timeframe. But it's still on to happen. It's just getting through the global grant process, and and God bless Mark Harbison that spoiled all of us in the district in being able to manage and work global grants and stuff to great efficiency. So we're all kind of going through some learning pains on global grants and what we got to do in order to make them happen. Switching gears, again a little bit, and of course it wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about membership for a little bit. We're doing well with membership. We're not where I would like to be. We haven't met my goal of a 10% gain, and some of the membership finals won't come in until the 30th of June. Once we work through the attrition that normally happens in June. But the district is looking very well, and I think we continue to lead the zone as far as percentage of increase in membership. But that's another one that we'll know more about on the 30th of June. I just encourage folks to continue to push on membership. Get our folks into the clubs and continue to grow. We have 2 new satellite clubs this year with possibility of one more down in Hawaii and Ocean View Estates that we're working very, very hard for. It's a very remote area here on the Big Island. And we've got a water project going on down there that Benson and the We Club and many others here in East Hawaii are participating in, where we're trying to facilitate a water project there to bring water to the Marshallese community down there. Not only the Marshallese, but all the folks that live down there. Hovey, for those that don't know, on the island, it's a rapidly growing, affordable place to live, but there's very little infrastructure there. There's no water. And if you get off the main road very far, there's no electrical. But it's very, very affordable to buy property there and stuff. So we're trying to work in developing a satellite club down there. I think they could very, very much use a Rotary influence down in Hawaiian Ocean View Estates. Overall, of the 53 clubs, we've got 32 plus clubs that are currently showing positive growth. And again, I caution everybody about that attrition that hits us in June. But right now, we got 32 clubs that are in the black. We have 6 clubs that break even. And my philosophy is that break even is success. So if you got a club that finishes out the year and you're a break even, you've done many things right in it. You brought in just enough new members to cover your attrition, and you've done a really good job at retention. So we got some others that need a little bit of help, but even as of today, we continue having some of those clubs that were in the red are bringing in new members, and so I expect that number to be very, very small. 15 right now. My guess is we'll have less than 10 clubs that will have a negative membership growth for the year. So which is a really good thing for the district and for Rotary as a whole. But again, we need to build that momentum now and come up with programs and to build membership because we don't want to have a lull and then Mark takes off in July, having to spin things all right back up. And so what we do today needs to be the momentum that just carries on over into next year and just keeps on going. Because we always have these ups and downs, these peaks and valleys. We just don't want that here at the end of the year. We want to maintain, a good positive level. So we got a platform to spring off of whenever we move into March next year on 1 July. I'm very appreciative that we had some membership drive money that was available. For the most part, the club's responses were very well, and we're going to use that money that was provided to us as $500, I think it was from RI, that was gifted to us, and then we had another $1,000 in our budget. We're going to use all that money, and I really appreciate those clubs that stepped up and wanting to do membership drive kind of events between now and the end of the year. So again, we launch into next year on a positive growth because that's what it's all about. What it should be about for all of us is a sustainable program. And if we don't continue to push all the way to the end of 30 June, then we will have that lull that hits every year. I will say that as you're looking, and I haven't looked lately to see if all the clubs for next year have their goals in the Rotary Club Central. Mark could probably speak that, but if you don't have your membership goals already in there, even if you do, take a look at what your average attrition rate was, and then apply the principle that it's going to happen again. So if your average attrition was 4, and you didn't plan, and you're planning to increase membership by 3, well, you're guaranteed to finish in the negative. So you need to take a look at those goals. And then, in my opinion, if you don't, and your PEs, if they don't commit to a goal, then it for sure is likely not to happen. So if you put it in writing and you say that, my average attrition rate was 4, so my goal is 5 because I want to increase by at least 1. You've made a commitment. Your club has made a commitment, to positive growth in your club. So I just think it's very, very important, and in order for us to be able to sustain. Let's see what else. That's basically what I have, and I'd like to end I'm not going to end it because I'm going to open it up for any questions or comments. But I like to revert back to Shirley Grace and what she had posted here last month, as far as trying to encourage folks to finish out the year strong. And if you think you're going to get it done this year, you got 2 more months to do it. I challenge you to do one thing: don't leave anything on the table. Don't leave something undone for the next president to come in, assuming that the next president will do it. And don't count these last 60 days. Make the days count. And with that, I'll kind of open it up to questions, comments, and whatever.
Where do we bring those trading banners to again?
You could bring them to either me or Bev Heikus, the incoming AG for the East Hawaii, and or Jen will take the banners, the trading banners.
I got a request, Randy.
Sure.
One of our Interact clubs, the Pro City High, on their own initiative, raised some funds, and they want to give water purification tablets and some other items to a country. I don't want this to go down a black hole. Their first country of choice is Ukraine. The second choice is New Zealand. So some club, or maybe you, I need to get a reference of who they can deal with directly as soon as possible, so that they can start corresponding to get those items there and it gets distributed in the right way and not go down a black hole. So I'm looking for advice on this.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, Dick, but I can do some digging for you.
Well, could I say something?
Please do.
We have 6 Rotarians from Poland who are going to be here on Maui this coming weekend, and they're doing a program on Ukraine, and obviously they're very involved with the Rotarians. So going through a Rotary Club, they would probably know a Rotary Club that would have access to the people in Ukraine. Going through them, who are Rotarians, and we know for sure that it would, be received properly. But I would guess also that they would know a Rotary Club that would have access to where you would like this to go.
Can you talk to them in the next week? And if they agree, send me an email so I can pass it on to the Interact Club and get them going and corresponding. I appreciate it.
Those 6 Rotarians are going to be on Oahu in fact, they're on Oahu right now.
Okay. I'll get it to me because the kids are raring to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Heather. Appreciate that. It's always good to have somebody jump in that. And I didn't even. And of course, I'm going to be over there for to meet with the Polish delegation and celebrate a little Cinco de Mayo and stuff. So awesome. So what are the questions or concerns we have out there?
Why chemo's been so quiet these last few meetings?
It's a good question.
What, aloha. I'm actually on the mainland here. It's a little late. But Randy, hey, great meeting on last Friday. Thank you again for boosting our membership.
It was my pleasure to be over there, Kimo. I just love how small clubs like North Hawaii and Pahoa and the other small clubs are kind of getting a bit of a resurgence. So it's glad. It just really does me well to see, you know, those clubs doing well.
We're just trying to keep up with the Hilo Club. Hey, I do have a question. You said to send a photo, and I'm not sure where you of our activity or action shot of who do we send that to?
Yeah, you send it to Lori Williams, Kimo.
Oh, Lori Williams. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. She's putting together that PowerPoint presentation.
Okay, thank you.
No questions about the district conference? No.
I have a question for Dick. When does the Pearl Ridge meeting meet?
Fridays.
Fridays, okay. They're going to be leaving at noon on Friday. They're leaving Oahu. What time is your meeting?
At well, actually, we are going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, so we'll be at a restaurant enjoying ourselves.
Oh,
if they want to join us, come.
Well, they're going to be at our Cinco de Mayo meeting that day, so that's not going to work. But I'm sort of thinking that maybe they could connect with you because they're on Oahu right now.
Okay. Well, you know, give them my info phone number. They can contact me, and we can see if we get together. You know, over lunch. You know, I'll take care of that. And
okay,
see where we go.
All right, I'll see what I can do. And your name and everything is in the website, right?
I hope so.
I mean, your phone number is what I need.
Well, 808.
Yeah.
221-9821.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Randy, is there a major donor reception?
Yes, that should be on you know, the website. Whenever you go to the D5000 website and has the schedule up. Yeah,
okay.
But there is a major donor reception.
Where? Okay, it's probably. Do you know offhand when it is? Is it before or after the president's meeting or something?
Oh, I can look it up.
It's after. It's at 5 p.m. So the club president's reception is at 3:45, and then foundation reception is at 5.
Okay, and then the dinner thing is what, at 6 or something?
Yeah. So the
I've got it. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Conrad. I'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah.
Invitations for the major donors should have been sent out.
Is that a separate piece of paper? I don't know. I get so much.
Yes, it is.
Not an email, a separate mail, hard mail?
I'm pretty sure it's this email.
Oh, an email. Okay.
But I'll check for you and let you know.
Okay, thanks, Roz.
Yeah, thanks, Roz. Because I don't think I've seen that email either. So
I don't think I did either.
Okay, I'll check and see what the holdup is.
Okay, thanks, Roz. Jay, you had a question, pal?
Oh, I was just wondering if any of the Hilo people do aggregate canoeing, and they'll be there, 6 men, either day before or after, or.
I don't know about canoeing. I know that there are some that do canoe. We do have a Richard Cunningham is putting on a hike. He's inviting folks to go hiking with him both on I think Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings. So
okay, so I'll look up who Richard Cunningham is and maybe do that.
Yeah, where do you find the information about that, Randy?
Yeah, that's something I hadn't heard about that, but
they told me they were sending out things to do. And I don't know if it's on the website, Susie. I would have to go to see if it is on the website. I haven't been there lately. But that's on. That should have been. And maybe we just need to update the schedule that is posted because Richard just contacted me, I don't know, a couple of days ago that he's willing to take up to 4 people per day out on a hike up in the Wakea Forest area.
I've got a lot of members, including myself at some point, that don't know what their Rotary ID is. Now, I've got a contribution report that I got magically navigating the labyrinth of Club Runner, and it shows the Rotary ID for those who've donated, but there are, you know, obviously not everyone has. And a lot of people are saying, well, where do they find their Rotary ID? And it says, well, on the magazine, but I don't know if everybody's receiving a hard copy or it's going out by email. And I'm trying to, you know, we're trying to encourage people to, you know, get on Club Runner and be able to donate directly, because they give money at the meetings and then it takes a long time to get it to Evanston to get the pins back and everything. I says, I gave, you know, 500 and I gave 1,000 and how come I didn't get a pin yet? And it's like, well, if you go online, it's faster. Well, how do I do that?
The Rotary ID is on Club Runner, Adrian. If you go to Club Runner and
yeah,
you go down the list of members that you've got, and it's listed there. The Rotary ID number is listed there.
Well, I'll double check, okay, Randy, because when I went as an administrator, because of being president, it shows the members and it shows their status, but I didn't see anywhere. I mean, maybe I got to bring my laptop to Hilo, because when I look, I didn't see the...
Adrian, give me a call. This is Dave.
Okay.
Secretary and president, you can look at everybody's profile. I do that all the time to help my members.
Yeah.
So you can see it if the member doesn't know how to get on it.
I really do think that for many members, and it's a challenge, okay, to actually do one-on-one with them and sit down and show them how to do it and get them on. Anyway, that's because I keep hearing it's easy. It's maybe for some people, but for many people, it's not that easy. Anyway, okay.
I tell my members that Club Runner is user abusive, not user friendly. So the data is out there. Just don't expect to find it quickly.
It is.
That's all right. I'll bother Dave Mostrin.
He's a good one to bother.
Yeah. He was fabulous at our meeting. He gave a great presentation on Thailand and global grants. And we're having those Polish Rotarians come. We're doing a vocational visit. One of our members is a PhD and she's started her own school, the Learn School, and she's making it into a nonprofit to focus on early childhood education. And that's this Wednesday. And I want to hook her up with Kathleen Merriam and others in Rotary that are into mental health, especially with young children. And these Polish Rotarians were interested in the school because anyway, it's a very interesting aspect to focus on the young kids. You know, everybody's all into high school. Well, it starts when it starts at preschool level. Anyway, just to let you know, that's what we're doing.
So Dick, did you hear that?
Yes, I did. We
So
have 12.
her meeting is on Wednesday, right?
Yes.
And you're in Waikiki.
Yes, but we're
And
we're meeting at Kahala Mall. Her school's at Kahala Mall.
So those are the Polish Rotarians that I'm talking about, Dick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after our meeting this Wednesday, they're going to Maui.
That's right. And that's what we're talking about. We're hosting them on Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
And one of those Rotarians is going to speak about Ukraine.
Right. Remember, the Polish colors are red and white. So
Cinco de Mayo's got the flag.
Yeah, you got the flag, right.
We've got a Ukrainian flag, a Polish flag, an American flag, and a Mexican flag.
FYI, I'm half Polish.
Yeah, well, I'm 100%. Nah.
If you tell me where you're going to meet at the Kahala Mall, and maybe I can show up there also at that meeting on Wednesday.
Well, see, that would make more sense, you guys, to deliver that stuff to the Polish Rotarian guys right there on Oahu.
What are we delivering?
Dick was talking about the water purification. Was it water purification tablets, Dick?
Right, and some other things.
Yeah, that he wants, his Interact group is gathering up for Ukraine. What they want is to send it to Ukraine. So these guys are right there, and they probably know a Rotary Club in Ukraine that they could, you know, because delivering things is a little bit risky sometimes.
Yes, one of our members is Ukrainian, but I don't know if she knows any clubs in Ukraine, actually. But Dick, if you come to Kahala Mall, this school is above it's above California Pizza Kitchen. You wouldn't even know where it was. There's a regular it's a church up there, and they occupy parts of the church, and they're staying at Phil Sammer, who, you know, was past district governor. They're staying at his hotel, the Alima in Waikiki, and Phil is paying for them to come to lunch. So he's somehow getting them there on Wednesday. So that'll be really interesting to meet with them.
Well, that's going to be more direct. It's going to be more direct. We have a Ukrainian family who's going to be present at the Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
But I think it's more direct for him to contact them there.
Okay. I'll try and show up.
Thanks, guys. What are the questions we got floating around out there that has to do with our last 60 days of this Rotary year? Yeah, I can tell you things are, from my perspective, they're going very well, not only in membership, but in foundation and polio giving. You know, we had a fantastic, you know, Rotary Gives Thanks Day on April 22nd. You know, again, I really encourage folks to post their photos and send their photos in and capture that data. You know, how many volunteers and, you know, the man hours that you put in, and really, really impressive, some of the pictures that I've seen already. You know, I just appreciate everybody coming together and understanding, you know, the impact of us doing things together on April 22nd, and first, spreading it out through the event. So when the district comes together and does something, it becomes very, very impactful. So we still got about 15 minutes left here for before we hit the witching hour of 7 p.m. No other questions, concerns, Benson?
Yeah. So just a little pitch for all the training sessions that are coming up in the last 2 months here. So this weekend is incoming board training. And this is really critical, especially if you've got new members that are serving on your board, and really even the carryover members that are staying on the board. So we know that the critical piece, the basically the engine of every club, is really the board, and the other thing is that we try to emphasize to the board that their main function is to be accountable for the strategic plan that we've all been kind of working on last couple of months to develop for the next coming year. We're going to have probably one more session of transition training, and that's where we're trying to get the sitting president and the incoming president. If you guys are the same person in one, and several of you are, then that will help. But making that changeover is really, really important. I know we're getting down to the final sessions with Mark's group of incoming presidents now. Encourage your PE to attend all the trainings. I think the next session, Mark, is May 10th, and so we're gonna talk about the power of the calendar. It's a really, really important piece that will help really drive the rhythm of the club if you can get that down. So just wanted to, put that out there, make sure that, you guys that are planning installations of your new incoming president, that's on the calendar, so that you have an opportunity to, recognize all the accomplishments of the people that have been working this year, and to really help the new people that are coming in feel good about it. Okay.
What's on May 10th? What is that, Benson? That's for PEs and
yeah.
PEs, Ps and PEs?
It's for president-elect. So Mark, you want to give them a little preview of that?
We've been having our regular president-elect meetings on the second Wednesday of each month at 7 p.m. Of course, you're all welcome to attend, but the presidents have a notice about that. And as Benjamin mentioned, we're going to talk about calendaring, but we're also going to be talking about district grants and writing grant proposals to get ready for that June deadline to get district grants in. So it's another important meeting.
Yeah, you're welcome to come if everybody wants a refresher on that. Sean put a message in the chat, circulated late an email about board training this week, and I just sent one out a little bit before this meeting, and it went basically to all the presidents, incoming presidents, all your service chairs, all of that. So club trainer. So we'll send another email on Friday to remind people that the training is Saturday. So Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10:30. Okay, otherwise that's it, man. So if
I have a question, if I may, I have a comment. May I?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, I would like to remind the club presidents that they need to take the information that we sent out to them from the WE Rotary Club of International Peace, because there will be a vote taken at the conference on your club's position on this resolution. I've been getting questions, so if you have any questions, please contact me with your questions, and we'll answer them as best we can. Also know that the Council on Legislation and the Council on Resolutions is the way that members have to request changes to the constitutional bylaws. So it doesn't all the time agree with you, and it doesn't mean it's going to automatically pass. But someone has an idea or a concern that they are wanting to see a change made to. So take it to your clubs, discuss it if you will, and just get the information and be ready for the vote at the district conference.
I assume that's something that that we should send out to the entire club to get their input, or just the board on that resolution?
It's a club position, so you should present it at your club meeting and discuss it and just get their position on it or their stand on it, and then you will make the vote for the club.
Yeah. Okay, Roz, can you, I mean, I guess I can find it. Can you send that out again? I've got it somewhere, but I don't, you know, we're getting, you know, like tons of emails. Like,
well, you have 2 more months and then it'll go down to 0.
No, I don't think so. Somehow I don't think so.
Believe me, it does.
So Bruce, you had a question. Go ahead.
You know, on the district grant website, when I pull that up for the report, it shows as 2001. Is that the correct report? 2001, 2002.
Dave, you want to take that one? You're shaking your head.
You're talking about the annual giving report, correct?
The Rotary District 5000 District Grant Application Report.
Yeah.
Final report, when I go to the website and pull it up, it says Rotary year 2021 to 2022. Is that the one we're supposed to use?
It should be 22 to 23, 24.
Oh, I'm looking on the website and I'm going to where it says District Grant Application and Final Report.
Well, the old one was still there. The new one should be also on it. It was posted today. So let me check on that, Bruce, and I'll get back to you on that.
Thank you. Just send it to me when you. It
Sure.
took me 5 minutes to find it on the website. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. And thanks, Roz. I appreciate you. It totally slipped my mind. I didn't intend to mention the WE Club's proposal tonight, and for the presidents to be prepared to vote on that. So thank you. Appreciate that.
Randy?
Yeah.
It's right over here.
Oh, okay.
So folks, if you want to look where that is, I'll back up. Go into here, go into foundation and grants. Then go into grants. Sorry, let me do this slowly so I don't bounce out of it. Grants, and then go into district grants. And then you'll see right here, 2023, 2004 grant allocation. And that shows you all of the funds. And we wanted to be very transparent, folks. So you'll see all of the money that's being pulled out of it. So you'll see how we actually came up to those numbers.
Thanks, Dave.
Not a problem.
So do we have anything else out there for the good of Rotary today? Mark, you got any comments you want to plug in there tonight, pal?
We're getting excited about the coming year, and thank you for your help in making sure your incoming presidents and boards are getting all the training possible, or they're using the Learning Center as a resource to learn about their jobs for the coming year. We're getting ready. It's going to be fun.
All right. Okay, if we don't have anything else, I don't think anybody's opposed to ending 5 minutes early tonight instead of going over by 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. You know, I'll say that, you know, I very much look forward to seeing you all at the district conference. It should be fun. We still have room. So if you have family, friends, Rotarians, you know, we brought on a lot of new Rotarians this year. Absolutely an excellent way to get a feeling for what Rotary is all about, and is at the district conference. So there's still room. So come one, come all, have fun. That's the key. Have fun and celebrate, you know, your club's successes for the year. That's what it's all about. So,
Randy, this is Dave. This is Dave again. I just want to let you know that I put on the Club Runner or on the chat the URL for that particular grant allocation. So if someone wants to pull that off before they leave, they can yank that off.
Appreciate that, Dave. You're much more adept at doing that than I am. So Heather, I will see you on Friday in person.
And I will get the airline. I don't have the airline yet, but I gave you the time that they're arriving. It looks like you're going to be at the airport just about the same time, and I'm going to be down there with some lay.
Okay.
And then you'll go to McKenna, and they'll come up to my house.
Yeah. Yep. And then we all gather at the Church for Cinco de Mayo. So
yep, that's it.
Sounds like a good event.
And two piñatas.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody, you know, tuning in tonight. We at best we only have one more of these, and that's probably mostly, well, it'll be in June, and just kind of recap our year and stuff. So again, appreciate everybody's efforts throughout the year. A lot of time and effort, energy goes into the district conference. So please do come and have a good time. And that's the key point. You know, have a good time at district conference. So aloha, everybody. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you, everybody.